and welcome to another edition of Meet in the Middle Movies. I'm Elin.
I'm Mindy.
And we are a married couple who have very different interests, but we meet in the middle when it comes to movie. And today we are reviewing Paddington in Peru. This is the third film of the Paddington franchise. First two were directed by Paul King, but this one though was directed, and I believe this is his first big film. His name is Dougal Wilson. So he takes over the reins from Paul King, who actually, I believe, chose not to direct this one because he was the one behind Wonka last year. So that, or 2 years ago. So yeah, so that is what happened there. But this one's fun because it's Paddington returns to Peru to visit Aunt Lucy. And then when they get there, they find out she's gone missing in the Peruvian wilderness. So they have to go into the Amazon and they're on an adventure to go find Aunt Lucy. So, why don't you stick around and...
Excuse me, sorry.
Why don't you stick around and we'll give you our thoughts. So this movie stars Antonio Banderas as well as Ben Winshaw is the voice of Paddington. And then after that, it's pretty much everyone back from the other two. Hugh Bonneville plays Henry Brown, except Emily Mortimer now taking over the role of Mary Brown from the previous actress. But overall, I thought the cast was, it's what you expect from the cast that's done two movies together. Antonio Banderas, I thought, was a fun addition.
Yes, there were particularly Antonio Banderas and Olivia Colman were particularly funny characters for me in this movie, and the family, of course, had their fun, sweet, dynamic. The Brown family is so cute, and you can kind of just they're just enjoyable.
Yeah,
very sweet.
Yeah, absolutely. And so
well done.
The voice acting by again Ben Winshaw is the voice of Paddington, just as good as he's ever done. Imelda Staunton, I think is who it is, who voices Aunt Lucy, better known as Professor Umbridge from the Harry Potter franchise. So she does a great job.
That's one of the fun things about the Paddington franchise is you'll get these major British actors who are like A-lister award-winning actors, but they're playing these silly roles in Paddington, and I just think that's cute that they all kind of come together for that.
Before we went and saw this, we watched the previous two, and we got some things to kind of talk about when you line them up with the other two. But as far as the cast goes, Antonio Banderas, I think, is kind of the unofficial star in it. I mean, he's in a lot of it. Sure. And some of the stuff he does, and he actually kind of plays multiple roles, I guess you can say.
Yeah, in a way.
Bit. So
he's got different sides.
You gotta, different sides of characters. So you gotta just kind of check that out. That's our thoughts on the cast. So great job by them. And now we move on to the plot. So as we mentioned with the plot, this is kind of a fun, family-friendly adventure story.
Yes.
It starts out as Paddington going to Peru to visit Aunt Lucy. Paddington and the Brown family going to Peru to visit Aunt Lucy. And when they get there, they find out she's gone missing in the Amazon. So they go into the Amazon and a hunt to look for it, and it turns into...
There's a little treasure hunt.
Yeah, it turns into something else.
Yeah.
And the way they kind of wrapped that up, I thought was really... I'm not going to give anything away, but the way they wrapped it up, I thought was really kind of clever and cute.
They had a lot of full circle moments where something happens at the beginning that sort of reflects something you see at the end. And very cute. And nice wrapped up little like moral to the story kind of heartfelt, sweet. Family-friendly stuff. Again,
plot, it's pretty simple, but I feel like that's what it's supposed to be. This is a movie for the entire family. This is a movie for kids from 3 to 99, I think. And so it's kind of fun to watch. After watching Love Hurts, after watching Flight Risk, it's kind of fun to go watch something that's just like the main character's just as... There's only one word to describe Paddington to me, and that's lovely. He's just very polite,
Sweet very
bear. Just like so. I don't think there's a more lovely character in film right now.
I agree.
So it was
such a sweetie.
It's really fun to kind of just go watch a movie
Yeah.
that's just it's an ice cream cone.
Yeah.
You know, it's really sweet. It's light. It's not. It's enjoyable. It's an enjoyable time at the movie. So
Agreed.
that's what I thought of the plot.
Yeah, there were moments where I thought it felt a little slow, and it did occur to me, I don't know, maybe if I was listening with kiddos giggling or something, it would have been a little more, driven a little more for me, but there were some moments where I was like, okay, but yeah, overall, very cute, very sweet, totally worth a watch.
All right. And that, I guess, kind of leads into our overall impression. Again, this movie is... It's nice.
Yeah.
I think that's a very good way to put it. It's
so
nice.
Yeah. It's a feel good movie.
Yeah, it's a feel good movie. According to our list, it's on there. Probably not as quite as high as some that we've seen so far, but that's just because of what we would want to rewatch right now.
Yeah.
But it was definitely a lot of fun, and I think this is a good type of franchise that I know in past videos I've talked about John Campea, who's huge in the movie YouTube space. But I'm going to steal something from him. He always says that a franchise is successful when they create a group of characters that are more than characters and they're actually more like friends that you want to go hang out with. And I will hang out with Paddington and the Browns all like
absolutely
anytime. That is just a fun deal. For once, we get to say this is a great movie for the entire family.
Yes.
So this is the first, I think,
finally
really,
one for 2025.
Yeah. I think this is the first good family movie of 2025. So get your kids, get grandma and grandpa together. Your mom would love these movies.
Yes, my mom's obsessed with bears. For anybody who was curious, I don't know. She just loves bears.
So yeah, get the whole family together. Go check out Paddington in Peru. So, point of strength, it's consistency. These things are really, really good.
Yeah.
If we're ranking the three, I would say Paddington 2 is my favorite. Paddington 1 is second.
Yeah.
And this one's at the end, but it's not by much.
Yeah.
And I think you were actually kind of in...
I felt like I actually appreciated the adventure in this one, the sense of adventure in this one a little bit more, even though, we love Hugh Grant in the second one. But I kind of liked the third one better. Okay. I just thought it was such a cute adventure, and I didn't know how it was going to end. I didn't know what to expect, so that was fun.
Only point of weakness I would say is there are some times where it feels like it drags a little bit. I think this movie could have been 10 to 15, maybe even 20 minutes shorter personally, but that's the only point of weakness I got there.
Yeah, me too. A little long sometimes, but it was very, very cute.
So that is our review of Paddington 2. So stay tuned as we next time on Meet in the Middle Movies, we review the first of 3 major MCU releases coming out. Captain America.
This is where we start to nerd out.
Yeah, Brave New World. So we got that video coming up. So I'm Elin.
I'm Mindy.
And this has been Meet in the Middle Movies.
See you next time.